Oh, taking on Australia always means something, doesn't it? This is, of course, the first time New Zealand's competed in the IIHF Under-20s World Champs since January 2020, before the pandemic hit. What hopes do you have for the team making their return to international competition?
We're quite excited because what COVID did for us was a bit of a favour. It made us reset locally in our NZHL competition where we had no imports coming in. So we had a lot of youth get introduced to the NZHL. Whereas before imports would take up 14 countrywide slots, and we've got the youth coming through, and this age group actually playing in that game in the competition. It's meaningful, and it's been a fantastic build-up. So we're actually quite excited now to see them hit the stage. Obviously, the other countries had the same problems and issues as we did as well. So a litmus test for sure when we play Australia in that warm-up game to see where we are. But we've seen improvements, and we're genuinely excited. We've got some good talent.
So along with Australia, New Zealand is in Group A alongside Bosnia and Herzegovina plus Kyrgyzstan. Where does the challenge lie for the team to get out of that group play and play for medals?
We need to get off where we are. We need to progress up the ranks. As I say, it's been three-year hiatus, so we're not 100% sure where we are with these teams. We obviously Australia is a big threat. They've got a good competition back home to build up for themselves as well. So we don't really know, to be honest.
Now, I don't want you to talk about your sons just yet. We will get to that. But who are some of the other players that we should look out for in this New Zealand under-20 side?
We've got some good talent. We've got some guys who have done very well in the NZHL. We've got some speed with the likes of Caleb Chamberlain. We've got some good tenders. There's some solid defence with the likes of the Dunedin Thunder guys, Adam Stitley, and the Tristan Weekley is the man giant. I don't know if you're Tristan. He's going to be one of the bigger guys at the tournament, that's for sure. It is honestly very, very exciting. We've got some speed and some skill spread out. We're pretty hard to sort of pull a individual name out without sort of offending someone.
Yeah, I know. It is always a tough question. Speaking of speed and skill, your son Jacob Carey was awarded the NZHL's Rookie of the Year in 2021. I mean, that was an incredible campaign with the Canterbury Red Devils. Some of those goals he was scoring, I mean, I would just watch in awe of what he was achieving out there. And at such a young age, he's back over in Canada now at the A21 Academy in Ontario. How big has being there been for his development?
Oh, it's been enormous. They're on the ice every day, at least an hour and a half on the ice, and then an hour plus in the gym. So he's entrenched in it. He's loved it. Anyone who finds himself in that situation can only grow, surely. It's been good for his game for sure, and he's so focused. He wants to achieve, so he's doing what he has to do it.
When you speak with his coaches and the like that work with Jacob over in Canada, what do they say about him as a player and as the person?
They love his ethic. There's a couple of Kiwi guys over there now, and Kiwis think a bit different. They're not so blasé, and as some of the local guys are. You've got to appreciate ice hockey's not entrenched in our lives as it is over there, and a lot of the local guys are just sort of, oh, here I am, and let's do it. They've got the natural talent and skill for sure, but they don't have the actual drive, which is what Jacob and some of the other guys over there now and spread out throughout Canada for New Zealand take to it. You know, they're there because they want to. It's new, it's fresh. And he was made captain, which is very good, of the under-18 team last year, which is very good for a 16 at the time. And they like his ethic.
That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. And
sure.
Speaking of Jacobs, there's another one that I've been profiling for a while through his career. Jacob Ratcliffe, he's playing professionally in America in the SPHL. But your son, Jacob Ratcliffe, Jacob Carey, I'm thinking of Tim Ratcliffe. Jacob, he's only 17 years old. Where could you see him going next? How far do you think he could go?
He wants to, his next step is he wants to align himself to go to play college hockey. So he wants to pick up a team in the IIHL or USHL. So that's what he wants to do. He's working very hard towards that. So, yeah, the next 6 months are going to be telling as far as that step in the career goes. So that's what he wants to do. And obviously he wants to end up at the top somewhere.
Nice, nice. I mean, he's a great kid. He could go far with his attitude and his skill. But he's not the only son you have that could make any hockey dad proud. You've also got your son Timothy performing well in goal for the Canterbury Red Devils. What does it mean to you to see both of them represent New Zealand in this under-20s team?
Oh, it's enormous. You wouldn't believe the pride. Well, you probably can. It is great, and they're doing it on their own back too, which is fantastic. And they've allowed me to join them on the journey, and as far as management role goes. So the reason Jacob's as good as he is because he wanted to be better than Tim. He's hit that. He wanted to beat Tim. He wanted to score on Tim, and Tim's a pretty solid goalie. So it's fantastic. Growing up was fun. Look at that.
Traveling around the world with your sons, do you think there's going to be any embarrassing moments where they tell Dad to just kind of back off a little bit and let them do their own thing?
I do my best to be aloof from that, mate. It's, I enable them to do what they do through the management. When the players are away, they're under the coaches, guys, not the management. So, I won't be interfering. Just nice to be there and a part of it, as any parent would imagine.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I mean, for those that aren't there, I mean, Turkey is very far away, but it will be live streamed, no doubt, by the IIHF. Last question from me, mate. Being a hockey dad that you are, just how much passion and dedication has to go into supporting your kids and pursuing those hockey dreams?
It's easy because I love it. So just to support them and guide them where they need the guidance and let them find their feet. It's really, really enjoyable. Very enjoyable as a parent, as any parent in any sport would be, I would imagine.
Yeah, totally. My daughter's only 2. Maybe one day I'll get that feeling as well. I'm looking forward to it. Neil Carey, the Under-20 New Zealand team manager. All the best for Turkey, mate. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for sponsoring our game, mate. Much appreciated.